and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then I want to be the first to say welcome. This channel is all about productive and purposeful living. So today we're talking about time blocking. As modern people, we are busy all of the time. We have so much on our plate. And juggling work, chores, errands, to-do lists, hobbies, friendships can get quite tricky. But if you were like me and you used to have a bunch of reminders set and alarms that would constantly go off for things that you would ultimately forget, and if you are constantly running out of time to get things done in your day, then time blocking will save your life. So first of all, what is time blocking? Time blocking is exactly how it sounds. It is blocking out chunks of time which you will dedicate to specific tasks and activities. I know a lot of people are fans of the digital time blocking calendar, the kind of Google brand of calendar arrangement. I'm not so much. I actually prefer a physical planner because I find that when I write things down and when there's kind of like muscle action involved in it, I'm more likely to retain information. But again, this channel is all about living life your own way, so pick the thing that works for you. The first things that you'll want to block out in your calendar are the immovable objects. What are there that cannot be shifted around? They're the ones that are stuck in time. So these are things like work. When are you at work? They're also things like standing appointments. So if this week you know that you always have a personal training session on blank day, or you have a standing therapy appointment on da-da-da day, then add in those things. Importantly, when you add these things in, also add little chunks of time before and after for travel. So if it's something that you have to get to and from, block that out as well. Attach it to those immovable objects. Then add in the things that are secondary priorities. That sounds like an oxymoron, a secondary priority. But these are kind of the things that you want to get to. These are goals that you want to reach. These are second jobs that you might need to work on but aren't necessarily like your main source of income, but you actually want to dedicate time to. They are a priority, but they are secondary to your immovable objects. So when you're thinking about these things, particularly try and think about goals that you want to set and places that you want to get to. So stuff that you want for your life. And block in at least 2 hours a week dedicated to that thing. If you do that, you are far more likely to reach your goals. Dedicate a time to a life admin day. So these are the things that you kind of need to run around and get to. I have made an entire video about planning your life admin day, so I don't really want to spend too much time here doing that. I'll link that in the description box below for you. So life admin is stuff like chores, additional appointments that you need to get to but you never seem to get around to, like doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, things like errands that you've been meaning to run, and stuff like computer admin, like, oh, I need to get on top of my super, or that account needs to be paid, or little bits of life admin-y things. That's what you need to put in here. But the most important thing when time blocking is to allocate a day that is your life admin day. Add in social time. So block in some social activity. Have a look now at your entire week at the things that are really priorities in your life that you need to get to, that you need to focus on. They're already locked and loaded, ready to go. Where do you have spare spots that you can add in social time? Those things that bring you some joy, hanging out with friends, seeing family, all of that kind of stuff. Where do you have those free little spaces for a morning coffee or dinner with mates, or, you know, calling your mum? Schedule those things in too. Next is to think about those little tricky things and allocate time. If you are someone who constantly runs out of time to get stuff done, if you're always running late to things because it took you longer to get ready in the morning than you thought it would, then add this stuff in. Allocate time that it takes you to get ready in the morning at the top of your day. Add in when you plan to get up in the morning and go to bed, and then plan from that point. If you know that it takes you half an hour to walk your dog, if you know that it then takes you half an hour plus a little bit extra to breakfast, teeth, shower, get ready, sort out your bag for the day, pack lunch, then put that physically in there. This is what helps to find all of those sticking points in your day, the stuff that when you block out the time for it, you're like, oh, there isn't actually physically enough time in there. And I can tell because I'm drawing it out on a page. And when that's the case, it's time to rejig your life a little bit. So whether or not that means finding a faster routine in the morning, whether or not it's getting up earlier, whether or not it's going to bed earlier so that when you get up, you don't take as long to kind of wake up in the morning. So time blocking is also super handy to find those sticky bits that you need to fix and find solutions. So I tend to plan out for my week ahead. I tend to do my time blocking on my life admin day. One thing that you'll probably notice in some of the footage that I've added and will probably have popped up on the screen now, I almost divide my day into 2 columns. So one is for the plan that I make on my life admin day, and then some is for plans that fall through and alternate planning. So sometimes it'll be stuff like an appointment gets cancelled, or I break my toe and so my day needs to shift around. So then I kind of leave myself a little bit of space to play. I've actually found that doing time blocking and planning out like this has, one, increased my productivity like a crazy amount, but also it's reduced my stress levels because I'm not overreaching on what I can deliver in a day. I'm not planning so much stuff that I will never get around to because I physically can't fit it in. And it's also really helped my social life because I'm sitting there thinking actively about when I should fit in friend time. That once a week, I sit down with my calendar and I plan out when I can see people. Because otherwise you find that you spend entire weeks where you're so busy with other things and other thoughts and other stuff that you kind of haven't left your house apart from like work. And that is no way to live. So I've really found that time blocking is actually awesome for being able to fit things into your life and also to find those bits that you need to reassess and that you need to fix. The things that you didn't realize were an ongoing problem because you have a clash that happens in whatever area of your life. It also means I don't overcommit and I actually get things done. And the more I get things done and achievable goals, the happier I ultimately am, because I'm ticking off stuff, which gives me more energy to keep going and ticking off more things. So if you are a keen productivity and positive living and going out and achieving your dreams human like I am, then I would absolutely adore for you to subscribe. Just click the button, ring the bell, and you'll be notified of more of my videos like this. It is time to actively get to the life that you want. Let's not just passively go through, but let's reach for the things that we truly, truly desire. And you can get there. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, paint a mural of my face, and as always, thank you so much for hanging out. Peace.